It began with a sound, not one that travels through air, but a whisper crossing the silent ocean of space-time. For eons it moved, a lonely traveler in the cosmic dark, from a dying galaxy whose light took millions of years to reach us. We, on our small blue world, were busy with our own lives, unaware the universe was trying to speak. The cosmos is filled with noise, the hiss of dying stars, the rumble of colliding galaxies, the faint background radiation from the dawn of time. Our telescopes are our ears, searching for a voice in the cosmic static. For decades, we found only the beautiful, random music of creation. But this new sound was different, an echo from a place we thought was empty, a final breath from a galaxy giving up its ghost. Imagine a galaxy, older than our own, its stars burning out, spiral arms collapsing into a supermassive black hole. From this graveyard of suns, the signal was born. Not random, but structured, deliberate. It was a message in a bottle, thrown into the cosmic sea, waiting for someone to find it. On December 14, 2025, humanity was about to find that bottle. The discovery would arrive quietly, as a strange squiggle on a computer screen in a dark observatory. A single, anomalous note in the grand, silent opera of space. This note would change everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe. It would force us to ask, if we can hear the past, what does that say about our future? The universe, it seemed, was not silent after all. It was waiting for us to listen. And now, we had. In a quiet control room in the Atacama Desert, Dr. Eris Thorne watched the data stream in. The desert outside was as silent as the space he studied. Eris, a veteran listener to the stars, could distinguish the sharp cry of a pulsar from the hum of a distant nebula. He was not expecting anything new. But then, it appeared. A thin, wavering line on his monitor, different from anything he'd seen. Not a gamma-ray burst, nor a neutron star's pulse. This was a signal with unnatural regularity, a faint heartbeat in the cosmic noise. At first, Eris suspected a glitch or interference. He ran diagnostics, checked equipment, but the signal remained, persistent and unwavering. It was real, and it was coming from very far away. The source, galaxy NGC 772, a cosmic relic on the verge of collapse. Once considered a dead zone, no one thought to listen closely to a place in its final moments. Yet, the signal was undeniably from its decaying core. Eris and his team faced a profound mystery. What could produce such a structured signal from a dying galaxy? Natural phenomena are chaotic, not complex and repeating. This signal had the hallmarks of something artificial. The idea was almost too fantastic to consider. The team worked in hushed excitement, standing on the edge of a discovery that could redefine our understanding of life itself. The whisper from the void was starting to sound like a voice, and the world was about to listen. The signal was weak, buried under layers of cosmic interference. Extracting it was like hearing a single word in a hurricane. Dr. Lena Petrova, a cryptographer, was brought in to clean the signal and isolate the message. She worked for weeks, her screens filled with algorithms and code. As Lena refined the data, a structure emerged, not just a repeating pulse, but a complex tapestry of frequencies and intervals. It was a language, mathematical, based on universal constants like hydrogen's frequency and pi. The signal was not just a hello, it was a key, a Rosetta Stone for a language of pure intellect. The team felt awe and fear. They were eavesdropping on a monologue that ended long ago. The signal had been sent when our ancestors were just learning to walk upright. The civilization that sent it was gone, their galaxy a ruin. The control room became a tomb where the last words of a lost civilization were resurrected. Lena's team isolated a core segment and converted it into visual patterns. What appeared silenced the room, not numbers, but images. Geometric shapes building into atoms, molecules, a double helix. It was a biology lesson from across the universe. The message was not just intelligent, it was alive. Or at least, it had been. The ghosts of the past were speaking. The revelation of biological information in the signal electrified the scientific community. The project became a global effort. Linguists, biologists, physicists, and philosophers joined to decipher the message. The team became custodians of a lost legacy, racing to understand what happened to this other intelligence. Each new discovery was a breadcrumb from an ancient mind. They learned the sender's biochemistry was surprisingly similar to ours, carbon and water-based. Diagrams showed their solar system, planets orbiting a star long dead, and a map of their galaxy as it once was. They were watching a memory of a living, breathing galaxy. A sense of connection grew. The scientists called them the ancestors. The ancestors reached out with knowledge, not demands, a final gift to the universe. But why send such a detailed message? It felt like a warning, or a eulogy. The message contained data on galactic decay and stellar collapse, a scientific record of their own demise. The ancestors knew their end was coming. Their message was a way to ensure their existence would not be forgotten. As more of the signal was translated, a story unfolded, the autobiography of a civilization. The message began with a primer in universal laws, then shifted to history. Images showed a world of vast oceans and crystalline continents, cities blending technology and nature. Their art, music, and philosophy were conveyed through mathematical patterns. This was a civilization that valued harmony and understanding. No images of war, only unity, exploration, and maturity. But the tone shifted. Astronomical data became urgent, showing the aging of stars and the collapse of their galaxy. They faced a problem no technology could solve. The final sections were poignant. The ancestors responded to doom not with despair, but with purpose. They gathered all their knowledge, art, and history into a single message. They built a transmitter powered by a black hole, a beacon to outlast their star. Their goal, to save their memory, not themselves. Their civilization became a library, and their final act was to send that library into the cosmos. Their story was now ours to read. The climax of the message was not a word or image, but a sound. The mathematical language gave way to a wave of pure, unadulterated sound, a symphony of frequencies, a chorus of voices. It was the collective consciousness of the ancestors, translated into music. Lena described it as a billion souls singing their final song. The sound was filled with emotion, sadness, joy, love, and peace. It was the sound of a civilization facing the end with grace and unity. The symphony was the ancestors' true message. The science and history were only the introduction. They wanted us to feel what it was like to be them, to live, love, and face the end together. They encoded their very essence into a radio wave, an attempt at immortality of the spirit. Listening, the scientists became participants in the final moments of a civilization. Tears streamed down their faces as they felt the weight of a billion lives. In that moment, the vast emptiness of space did not feel so empty. The universe, it turned out, was waiting to sing. The great symphony faded, leaving only the faint hiss of cosmic background radiation. The message was over. A profound silence filled the control room as the team processed what they had witnessed. They had received the complete account of an alien civilization, a story from spark to cosmic death. They were the inheritors of a legacy that had traveled millions of years to reach them. Dr. Thorne spoke. They knew they would be gone, but wanted to be remembered. The message was a time capsule, a defiant act against the entropy of the universe. The ancestors could not save their bodies, but they saved their story. They passed the torch of consciousness across the void, entrusting their memory to whoever might listen. The implications were staggering. We are not the first. The universe had given birth to intelligence before. We were walking in the footsteps of giants. This knowledge was humbling and inspiring. The message was also a warning. Even the greatest civilizations must face their end. The ancestors' message was a call to cherish our existence and live up to our potential before our own time runs out. The world changed after the message was revealed. The news of the ancestors united humanity in awe and wonder. We were no longer just humans, but earthlings, children of a universe that had once been home to others. The ancestors' knowledge became our inheritance, their message a roadmap for our future. We learned from their science, their unity, their philosophies. We became the keepers of their memory, establishing new fields of study and archives to protect it. The ancestors became our silent mentors, their legacy a part of our own. We were the living memory of a galaxy that was no more, the echoes of their final song. Today, December 14th, 2025, the universe feels different. The silence we hear when we look at the stars is not absence, but listening. The ancestors' message taught us the cosmos is a library of lost tales. Their story is a mirror, showing our potential and our fragility. Their answer to existence was to create, learn, and share. They reached out, betting on the future, on us. The meaning of life is not in its duration, but in its depth and the connections we make. We continue to listen as inheritors and hopeful children. The silence that follows is not an ending, but an invitation. The universe has spoken to us once. What will be our reply?